Precipice is a bad map. It's just a generally bad Tf2 Halloween map. It's like Upwood, but just worse. Luckily now, we have Hassle Castle, the reskin of Upwood, come out in this Scream Fortress update, but just generally, Precipice is a bad map. Hello, Zio Chicken, and in this video, I'm going to be discussing the map Precipice and some of its faults. And I know this map came out last year, but I think we can learn some stuff. And I want to also talk about how it is just how the map Hassle Castle is a better Halloween map. Anyway, so this is the spawn of Hassle Castle. You've got the car here. It's torture. Aesthetically, it's got castle-esque things, but basically you would push. Gameplay's pretty much like it would. You push it through here. Tunnel down here. And this tunnel actually choked me, right? But on Precipice. The next thing that really compared us into two maps just go straight, and it's next big choke point doesn't have Hassle Castle. This is very good. It stops you, the team, from just rolling ahead, because you've got to go push it through here, and take it and these enemies up here can shoot at you from over here at this angle. They can shoot you from here. They can shoot you from the ground level. Sentry. Pushers can't just have like two people in the car and then have everyone go ahead. There might be a sentry. This is got different positions and then on the other one, it's just not got those kind of things. It's there's no weird obstacles, choke point-esque things on Precipice, right? On Precipice, there's the got things like Precipice. You've got the only tunnel is entirely just that's it, and there's a tunnel, right? But it's too big. There's no weird turns, no tight turns that you can issue. There's no alternate flank routes, really. It's really direct through. Like, this is an alternate flank route. Down here, alternate flank routes. Down all the way here, there's the pit. Actually, I haven't played on that round to get to the end, so I don't really want to know. But I'll discuss how regular plays in the pit. Here, there's an alternate point. There's the tunnels down here you can get through. Alright, so this is where they start. The cart is a cauldron, goop, and there. So exiting this spawn, right? There is 1, 2. I think there's maybe only 3. Yeah, there's a third exit. What is this for? Exits, mostly this one and that one here are the ones that get used. Now, cart-wide, strong once they're at the spawn. In my experience, there's a lot of areas that over here people can bombard you with things, and there's defenses you can have around here, and then there's here. That little room here can be a holding out area for a sentry gun, but if they break through, they're kind of screwed, so nobody really uses it. There's different areas, and people can hold out here. I find crits are really medic, you just throw crits into this doorway at the cart. But once you clear all the enemies in it, their initial hold, you push the cart here, and it's mostly straight, and it's very, very straight. Here can be sometimes people might hold a little bit here, but it never really lasts very long. Like up here, people might put defenses and things, and down here, eventually this just gets knocked through, right? You make it past this point, and they end up easily checking the point. Now this point was past. If this point was about at this corner, maybe it'd be a little bit better, because they'd have that other area to defend. But unfortunately it's not, so it's very easy once they hit that point. They get the extra time, and they'd have to really try to defend. So then, of course, there's the flank guards. There's a lot of little tunnel things. Next, I find they'll be pushing the cart, and they'll get past the truck, they'll come down here, and this point easily cap this. I really wish these would move the points back a little bit more. They'd easily cap this point here, move up here. Now the spawn can be a little bit difficult because I think that's still where people spawn, so spawning can hold people back. I don't know, I have no cap that point they spawn. I wish the control point was right in front of the spawn door, so if they moved all these things back, I think that it might be better. So then, like, when they're spawning there, they can easily rush here, so that's why that's so much, it's a little bit harder to do, to hold that point. And of course, once they capture, it becomes the other team's spawn switch. This door over here is a one-way door, I think. Might just be but I'm pretty sure it's a one-way door. I don't remember though. But that's snipers come out here, soldiers might peek. So you get a sniper sight line, soldiers can peek. Nobody, like from here, this is balcony area that people might stand on, but you're not going to do too much with it. Except coming and stopping people from going through the tunnel. Stopping people from going through the tunnel, which I explained earlier. Speaking of which, this tunnel is hugely wide. And then, now I know I've seen enemies, if they're good, they might have energy nests and the alcoves over here, and there's a decent supply of metal once they get dispensers up, but generally this place is pretty easy to push through if they don't have any engineers. That's the thing, if they have engineers, this map is hard. If not, it's really easy, and you don't always find engineers, and it's not easy, but you might have a couple engineers, not anything too bad. Then, this is totally different from Hassel Castle or Upwards version of the tunnel, which is obviously further back, but it's still worse than the tunnel. Generally, so far, the tunnels and just the map on precipice is too straight. That's the big problem. Next, the cart would move through here, and this is the last point. This last point is very difficult to get through because by this time, everyone who's on the server switches to engineer, and you really need either a competent medic with stock Uber or a whole lot of spies to really get through this, or better yet, both. But I find that the next thing you're going to deal with is people come, you can climb up these boxes here if you crouch your jump, get up there, which this thing can take a little bit of skill, but once you do it, it's pretty easy. It does take some time because of the crouching part, but once you get up here, you can go through these tunnels, which there's a lot of routes through here these tunnels can take. I often find myself going down here, and then looping around here, and this is the point where if you walk out, you'll just get blasted by sentries. There's also a staircase upstairs, obviously. That's what staircase is. There's another sight line, but this is generally. There's a couple tunnels if you can get a teleporter, like here, you might be solid to get through, but it's not easy push. And once here, it's just everyone plays engineers with sentries, and all these balconies so close to the spawn make it really easy to get points. Right, you can get a sentry here, you can get a sentry up get a sentry up on any of these balconies. Anything like up these upper balconies is sentries on the defenders. This is maybe, if you're lucky, you might get a mini sentry up here for a little bit, but it's not going to be a level 3 or level 2. And so here's the pit that you're trying to get through, but generally this point is crazy to get through. It's really hard to basically push through there. Anyway, so that's precipice for you, right? It's not easy to get through this mess of structure, but I think that's it for this video. I'll see y'all in the next one.